things you might know. First, do you know what does Belfast mean originally? The name Belfast is derived from the Irish Blfasst. The word bell means mouth or river mouth, while facet is the genitive singular of facet and refers to a sandbar or tidal fort across a river's mouth. The name therefore translates literally as river mouth of the sandbar or river mouth of the fort. Number 2. Do you know how some streets in Belfast end? This picture shows you Arthur Chichester, 1st Baron Chichester of Carrickfergus in Ireland, was an English administrator and soldier who served as Lord Deputy of Ireland from 17th century and at 1616. He was instrumental in the founding and expansion of Belfast. Several streets are named in honour of himself and his nephew and heir Arthur Chichester. Marquess of Donegal is a title in the peerage of Ireland held by the head of the Chichester family. The county in Ulster, from which the title is derived, is now spelt Donegal. Several locations in Belfast are named after the family, including Donegal Square, Donegal Road, Donegal Arcade, Chichester Street, and Chichester Park. In Belfast, for example, Wellington Place, Wellesley Avenue, etc. Wellesley was the Duke's surname. The Duke's mother lived for a time in Belfast at Annasdale, present day Annandale, and site of Wellington College. The Duke spent a part of his childhood in Belfast. And also, the O'Neill clan had a presence in the area back in 12th century. The O'Neill dynasty is a lineage ultimately of Irish Gaelic origin that held prominent positions and titles in Ireland and elsewhere in the world. Number 3. Do you know which building is the tallest in Belfast? The Old Bell Tower is a high-rise building in Belfast, Northern Ireland. The building is the tallest storied building in Northern Ireland. Number 4. Do you know which is the most in the world? That is the Newsletter. It is one of Northern Ireland's main daily newspapers. Its primary competitors are the Belfast Telegram and Irish News. It was published Monday to Saturday. The first issue of the Belfast Newsletter were produced in 1737 in the form of a letter or of 1 or 2 pages, and it had been published non-stop ever since. It is the oldest newspaper in the entire English-speaking world. It founded in the period before the establishment of Ireland in 1921 and the Republic of Ireland in 1937. Belfast is the birthplace of the unsinkable Titanic, the most magnificent vessel of her time, doomed to hit a giant iceberg on her maiden and final voyage. We all know that, but what I'm going to explain is about the designer. Belfast is not the only place in Northern Ireland to feel a special connection with the ill-fated ship. Comber in County Down was the home of Thomas Andrews, chief designer of the Titanic, lost in disaster. His epitaph, "Heroic unto death," indicates the selfless manner of his dying. Eyewitness accounts of the final minutes before the vessel sank below the waves tell of him throwing deck chairs overboard in an attempt to help people struggling for life in the freezing water. I mention it today also because it has an example connection with Thomas and Andrews Memorial Primary School. In 1914, the Thomas Andrew Memorial Hall, which you can see the down right, this picture, was built in his memory, and the hall is now an integral part of the Andrews Memorial Primary School, which bears its name. Today, its pupils continue to be proud of Thomas Andrews' achievements and their town's links with this great ship. Number 6. Is there other ships except Titanic. The Titanic is not the only boat associated with Belfast. The Titanic Quarter has the new museum, but less well known. Like the movie Dunkirk, then you will love the simulation on board. The HMS Caroline is the World War I's last surviving battleship. And also, look at top right picture, SS Normandic. It is known as Titanic's little sister, built at the same time by the same people in the same Harland and Wolff shipyard as Titanic. She played the part of WW1 and 2, carried many famous people. Two the great transatlantic liners became a floating restaurant in Paris and was saved from being scrapped by the people of Belfast. It's set up as an interactive museum. It looks quite small from outside, but when actually get on board, you will realize that it's a lot bigger than what you first expected. Number 7. Do you know Wheat Toast Tours? In Wheat Toast Tours, you do the driving on this multi-person bike cart, which holds 15 people, while the tour provides a front driver to steer. You can bring your own beer, wine, or whatever you please. Or you can book the usage of the keg and tap, situated in the middle of the cart. This tour is perfect for summer parties and work events for groups, available to book in 1 or 2 hour sessions around the route of your choice. Number 8. Why does C.S. Lewis Square in Belfast? C.S. Lewis is arguably one of Belfast's most famous sons, born and bred in the city and best known for his book series, The Chronicles of Narnia, which has also been adapted into film. The Chronicles and is Lewis' best-selling work, having sold over 100 million copies in 47 languages. He gained inspiration from local areas. The land of Narnia was drawn from the Mourne Mountains in County Down, where Lewis holidayed as a child. Lewis' legacy can be spotted in various Belfast locations, including C.S. Lewis Reading Room in the Myclay Library at Queen's University. Number 9. In literature in Northern Ireland. Yes. Born in Londonderry in 1939, Nobel Prize winner Seamus Heaney is among the best in Northern Irish literature. Heaney is considered one of the greatest poets of the late 20th century, with a spectrum of awards received in his lifetime, including the T.S. Eliot Prize and the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1995. His most famous volume, Death of a Naturalist, explored his childhood in Northern Ireland from Roman Catholic influences, political life, and the death of his younger brother at age 4. In mid-term break as a professor of poetry at Harvard and Oxford University, he became a professor at his own institution, Queen's University, Belfast, which opened the Seamus Heaney Centre for Poetry in 2003. Number 10. Do you know that Belfast people may have dual citizenship? Northern Ireland is part of the UK. At state agreement, the government of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland and the government of Ireland recognise the birthright of all the people of Northern Ireland to identify themselves and be accepted as Irish or British or both, as they may so choose, and accordingly confirm that the right to hold both British and Irish citizenship is accepted by both governments and would not be affected by any future change in the status of Northern Ireland.